Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back. My name is LFX. Now today, we're going to be talking about Borderlands 2. Not particularly lore, or actually maybe lore. We're going to be talking about the story of the actual game, the characters individually, and I was going to go into NPCs, but I'm only allowed to actually talk for 15 minutes. Realised that the wrong way, because I recorded for 15 minutes. Then the audio said you can only record for 15 minutes. Tried to delete some audio, completely corrupted my save file. Thank you, Share Factory. I appreciate that. Cheers. So I'm just going to be reading about the stories and the characters individually. Let's get going. Borderlands 2 was officially announced on August 3rd, 2011. The game was released on September 18th, 2012 in the United States, September 20th, 2012 in the Australasia region, and September 21st, 2012 internationally. Borderlands 2 was built in Unreal 3 engine and uses PhysX technology. It was announced by Randy Pitchford, my man Randy, Gearbox CEO, that the game sold over 12 million units by March 2015 on all platforms. Story. Set 5 years after the events of Borderlands, Handsome Jack, the game's main antagonist, has taken over the Hyperion Corporation, declared himself dictator of Pandora, and taken all of the credit for finding the vault. What a dick. Going so far to claim responsibility for killing the Destroyer. Jack has also blotted out much of the light on the planet by having a giant orbiting fucking H-shaped base set in front of Pandora's stationary moon, creating a Big Brother atmosphere throughout the planet. The new group of Vault Hunters in Borderlands 2 are tasked with killing Jack and returning peace to the frontier, Pandora. Borderlands 2 begins with the protagonists on a train to an unspecified location to begin their search for the vault. The train turns out to be a trap set by Handsome Jack to kill all who search for the vault. The Vault Hunters defend themselves long enough to reach a train car filled with explosives and a dummy Handsome Jack lookalike. The detonation causes the train to crash in the Arctic wasteland. With a new team strewn across the wreckage, the game picks up with the Vault Hunters waking up to Claptrap, digging through the remains. That is so unlucky. You wake up right next to Claptrap. You are fucked. The mysterious guardian angel then contacts them and explains that Handsome Jack must be killed, directing players to rescue the 4 original Vault Hunters from Hyperion's clutches. To accomplish this, all 4 of the original Vault Hunters reappear in the sequel as NPCs, taking a pivotal role during the main storyline and offering optional missions that continue their personal story. Character classes. Borderlands 2 initially has 4 player characters, but we all know that they are 2 added on later. So, you have Axton the Commando, Maya the Siren, Salvador the Gunzerker, Zero the Assassin. Also, you got some DLC characters, Gaige the Necromancer, and my man Krieg the Psycho, which is, he's the best. And obviously being DLC characters, they released after the main game came out. The Necromancer, Gaige, was released on October 9th, 2012. Krieg the Psycho being released a bit later at May 14th, 2013, almost a year after the game had actually came out. So, we're going to be talking about all 6 NPCs here, and see if I can get it under the 50-minute mark before I actually kill myself. So, first we're going to be talking about Axton the Commando, one of the least favourite characters in Borderlands 2 for some reason. Axton is the playable Commando class character in Borderlands 2. He was revealed on February 21st, 2012 in the Borderlands 2 launch date trailer. Background. Originally from Hieronymus, Axton spent 10 years with the Dahl military force, reaching the rank of sergeant. After pursuit of personal glory and disregard for others led to numerous compromised missions, his wife and commanding officer Sarah simultaneously divorced him and discharged him from the military. Sarah made it to a point to highlight that this would lead to his death by firing squad, then ordered him not to flee of any of the numerous border worlds beyond Dahl's reach. Taking a not-so-subtle suggestion, Axton went AWOL. Go on, Axton, just savage. Using his skills and turret as a mercenary on other planets. Axton became aware of the Vault Hunters thanks to a radio advertisement orchestrated by the Handsome Jack, who had been monitoring the Commando's most recent bounty hunt. Although Axton was turning in more bounties and making far more money than anyone else in Sheriff Youngblood's jurisdiction, he found that it was too easy, and the lure of fame, fortune and challenging combat drew him to Pandora. Skills. Axton is able to deploy a versatile Dahl saber turret, a mounted gun featuring 360-degree rotation that can be upgraded with many weapons and abilities, like fucking laser sights and rocket pads. The turret's duration is 20 seconds, and its cooldown is 42 seconds. Obviously, this can be altered through the skill tree. Next up, we're going to be talking about quite a good character in Borderlands 2, one of the most favourite in the entire series, Maya. So, let's get going. Maya is a playable Siren class character in Borderlands 2. Background. As an infant, Maya was identified as a Siren and given to the Order of the Impending Storm. Sounds creepy. The ruling order of monks on her homeworld of Athenas. She trained her Siren powers in secret until she reached adulthood, when the monks revealed her to the public as their goddess and saviour. Irritated by the Order's short leash, she longed for adventure and expressed interest in travelling to Pandora to learn more about her Siren lineage. She eventually realised that the Order was using her as a threat to extort money and obedience from the people of Athenas. Naughty, naughty. After phase locking and executing her handler, Brother Sophis, she headed to Pandora to finally satisfy her curiosity about sirens. Maya already knew of the vault and the presence of Iridium before arriving on Pandora. After Handsome Jack learned of Maya through Hyperion surveillance footage of Athenas, it presumably didn't take much effort to get the siren on the train at the beginning of the game. Skills. Action skill. Phase lock. Base cooldown is 13 seconds, base duration is 5 seconds. Maya's skills give her the ability to suspend foes in another dimension. This can lock an opponent in stasis and can be upgraded to provide various damaging effects. This skill is useful for crowd control in both co-op and single player mode. Next up, we're going to be talking about my favourite character in Borderlands 2. Totally not because he's overpowered or anything. no, totally, he's just got a cool haircut. Salvador is the Gunzerker class character in Borderlands 2. His main skill, Gunzerking, allows him to dual-wield any two weapons in the game for a limited time. Background. Age 36, Salvador is a local born and raised on the planet Pandora. He stands at a height of 5'4", 163 centimeters. This stunted growth is revealed to be due to heavy steroid use throughout his life. My man's a druggie. Despite his love for excessive violence being aimed towards bandits and criminals, Salvador was nonetheless about to be executed by the people of his hometown of Auverjas for his actions when a Hyperion strike team arrives to seize the town. After destroying the invading forces, Salvador becomes interested in the new vault upon hearing of its dangers while interrogating the last survivor of the strike team, and leading him to crawl back to Hyperion on a single arm, as Salvador had ripped off his other arm and broken both his legs. Go, Sally! Oh my god, you do not want to go to a party with this guy, he will kill you. Skills. Salvador's action skill, Gunzerking, allows Salvador to dual-wield any two guns of any type at the same time. His Rampage and Gunlust trees heighten his dual-wielding skills and amplify weapon stats, while the Brawn tree skill boosts the amount of damage Salvador can take and dish out. He also gains a health boost when it is activated. The base cooldown for Gunzerking is 42 seconds, base duration is 20. Next up, we're going to be looking at a very ominous type character. That was a very big word. Thank you. So, there's a lot of theories and lore going behind this character. As you know, it's Zero. Because he or she, or non-gender specific value, because I don't want to trigger anybody, is very weird and mysterious when it comes to Borderlands 2. We don't know much about him. Zero is the playable assassin class character in Borderlands 2. Zero was revealed on February 21st, 2012 in the Borderlands 2 launch date trailer. His nickname comes from the Zero hologram sometimes displayed over his faceplate when he detaches a target. Other emotes and text appear on his faceplate and on enemies using the Boar skill, aka the totally not overpowered skill, haha cough cough shoulder nudge, during different actions. Most of Zero's phases are spoken in haiku. Haiku is basically a rhyme which consists of 5 syllables, then 7, and then 5. Knowledge is power, power is knowledge. Yes. Background. Zero is an assassin for hire. According to his wanted poster and his personal echo recordings, he performs both political assassinations and common hits. Following a particularly unsatisfying assassination, where the target fails to fight back, despite being encouraged by Zero to do so, the assassin starts to look for a more challenging environment. He travels to Pandora after hearing of the vault from a bartender, deeming the hunt as worthy of his skills. As his face and body are completely covered by his suit, a certain amount of mystery surrounds Zero's true appearance. Told ya. In an echo recording, Angel remarks that she's not even sure if Zero is human. Both in-game and promotional material shows that he has only 4 digits on each hand. His origins and real name are also unknown, leaving the character shrouded in mystery. As revealed in the Ask Dr. Tannis section of the Pandorian Gazette, included as a scrap of paper in the diamond plate loot chest, Zero is not his true name. The remaining piece of scrap containing the name and gender of Zero were not included, but the part that does remain suggests that Patricia Tannis is aware of Zero's origins. Obviously, Patricia Tannis is going to know it. She knows everything. For God's sake, don't trust her. Jesus Christ. Involvement. Tales from the Borderlands. Following a mission given by Moxie, Zero chases after the bandit lord Bossa Nova in search of a Gortys core. They crash into the world of curiosities, where Reese and Varn are in the process of dealing with August for a vault key. Bossa Nova runs off with Reese's money, leaving Zero to deal with several psychos. Oh my god, that's such a big deal. Oh. Later, Zero tracks Bossa Nova to his hideout, an abandoned Atlas warehouse, and makes his way inside. He later saves Reese and Sasha from a skag, and takes them to a lift to help them to the center area, where Bossa Nova is hosting a death race event. Upon spotting Zero, Bossa Nova issues a $20,000 reward to anyone who can kill him. Zero engages in combat with Bossa Nova and his bandits, and eventually emerges victorious. He then reports the situation back to Moxie, while commenting on not having found the Gortys core. Unbeknownst to him, the core is hidden below him, and is later found by Reese and Fiona. If the player identifies Fiona as a Vault Hunter back in episode 3, Zero will be able to, as a team member, to fight against the Traveller. His attack against the Traveller begins with a form of deception, followed by teleportation blocks and quick blows. Oh my god, Tales from the Borderlands. Awesome. Skills. Deception grants Zero the ability to deploy a holographic decoy of himself and enter an invisible stealth mode. While cloaked, he can maneuver about the battlefield, dealing amplified damage on his next attack. The longer Zero stays cloaked, the more damage he can inflict to enemies. However, the shorter Zero stays cloaked, the sooner he is able to use this skill again. Zero does not enter a separate dimension like Lilith when she phase walks, and can still take damage from all sources while cloaked. Deception has a base cooldown of 15 seconds and gives up to 650% melee damage or 200% gun damage, and 250% gun critical hit damage. Strategy. Zero's basic attack uses his sword. The sword cannot be equipped, but its effectiveness in combat can be enhanced. It consists of a physical hit with a blade that did destruct when pulled from its sheath. Next up, we're going to be looking at the first of the 2 DLC characters that were included in Borderlands 2, starting off with the youngest of all of the characters in the entire game. Let's have a little go. Gaige is a Necromancer. She's the 5th playable class in Borderlands 2, first revealed at PAX East 2012. Gaige was added as a post-release downloadable content released on October 9th, 2012 for $9.99 US, 800 Microsoft points, $14.40 US, and it didn't include pounds. Discrimination. Joking. Those who pre-ordered Borderlands 2 received the character for free of charge. Her skill grants her ability to control the D374TP or Death Trap. She also uses a marketing tool outside of Borderlands 2 where the character chats on Twitter and releases echo logs. I have listened to all of them, they are so fun. If you haven't listened to them already, go and do it after you've watched this video. Background. Gaige was a high school student from the planet Eden 5. She originally conceived Death Trap, then called DT, as a science fair project to combat bullying. Her rival, Marcy Holloway, unlucky, was a contestant in the science fair as well, and used her father's money to buy her way through the competition. Marcy apparently stole Gaige's DT designs and sold them to Eden 5's police force. On the day of the science fair, Marcy's father bribed the judges, helping win her first place with a defective robot based on Death Trap's blueprints. It'd be really cool to actually see like the Death Trap remake. Gaige placed 3rd. Marcy then shoved Gaige, causing Death Trap to identify her as a hostile. Deathtrap attacked with its claws, causing her to explode due to a miscalibration by Gaige. Jesus Christ. Gaige was escorted to the principal's office and faced expulsion and arrest for accidentally murdering her rival. She called her father to create a distraction to help her evade arrest and bought a ticket to Pandora, where she stowed away in a train leading to Wind Shear Waste. The same train that the Vault Hunters run. Oh, what a coincidence. Oh my god. Skills. Gaige's skill tree features player challenge level variances. This will make her both the easiest and the most difficult character to play. The default time to summon Deathtrap is 60 seconds. Last but not least, we're going to be talking about the second DLC character in Borderlands 2, Krieg the Psycho. Krieg is the playable Psycho class character in Borderlands 2. He is the 6th and last playable character in the game and was revealed on March 24th, 2013. In the Borderlands 2 Krieg the Psycho character reveal trailer, he was released on May 14th, 2013 on Steam and PlayStation Network for $9.99 US or 800 Microsoft points on Xbox Live. Background. Though it is uncertain what caused Krieg's transformation into a psychotic killer, the game provides evidence hinting at an antithetical personality in the past. This is established by a fractured remnant of his psyche, manifesting itself as an inner voice in his mind. It reveals that Krieg previously enraged in Vault Hunters-esque activities, such as aiding the needy and getting paid with loot. The voice also seeks to control Krieg's lust for murder by limiting his victims to those who deserve punishment. Krieg's psychosis is compared to a man driving out of control truck by Anthony Birch. He cannot stop the truck, but he can try and steer it away from as many incidents as possible. The player is introduced to Krieg as he wanders through Pandora's wasteland. Eliminating bandits with his buzz axe, he encounters Maya, whom perceived him to be hostile. Obviously, he's a fucking psycho. What do you expect her to do? Thus opening fire and attracting a group of rats. To focus on Krieg, Maya fails to notice the bandits approaching from behind. Krieg salvages the situation by throwing his buzz axe at the rats, saving Maya from peril. The two congregate, and Krieg is last seen clinging into the train, carrying the original Vault Hunters to Wind Shear Wastes. So basically, as soon as Maya's about to get on the train, she spots Krieg, and she's like, I spot a psycho hunting, and then starts shooting at him, and then doobity-boobity-boop. If you haven't watched it, it's called A Meat Bicycle for 2. Leave a link in the description to the video. Let's continue. Appearances. Borderlands 2 Psycho Pack, don't know why they included that. Skills. Action skill, Buzz Axe Rampage. Fire to swing a buzz axe. Aim and fire to throw a buzz axe. 500% melee damage. Regain all health on kill. Increase movement speed by 33%. Duration 15 seconds. Cooldown 120 seconds. Reduced by taking damage. And holy shit, I just talked for a long time. I'm trying to restrict my amounts of swearing in YouTube videos because I feel like now that I'm growing a certain audience, I don't want to be swearing as much as if somebody is younger, like 11 or like 10 or 11. I don't want to be using vulgar language as much since they can keep returning and won't have to worry about turning the volume down like I used to have to do when somebody used to go, fuck! Okay, I'm not going to say it, but yeah, that was me talking about the Borderlands 2 story and characters. I really hope you enjoyed because it was really fun to make, even though my throat is so dry. And I actually did realise I can talk for more than 15 minutes. I just can't record for 15 minutes at a time. Like, I'm using my fingers to space out 15 minutes. Like, So, hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. I might, if I'm not lazy, will leave a little link to every single part talking about every single thing. Whether it be the story, the characters, whatever, the boobity-boop, the Krieg, the Maya, whatever the hell. If you would like me to make a separate video on the NPCs, make sure to leave a comment below or like the video just to say that you do enjoy this and you would want another episode. Other than that, guys, it has been LFX. This is the longest video I've made, I think. I will see you in the next video, guys. Peace.
Cause I got it like that, flow so smooth like I got it on tap. Yeah, and I'ma say it be a good night while I'm on my Yingling, while I'm drinking Bud Light. Can you get it when you miss me? Like I'm with whiskey, drinking gin.